Welcome back, my friends, to True Coin Value, the place where mysteries of hidden treasures inside your pocket change are revealed every single day. If you've been searching for a spark of excitement, if you've been waiting for that one moment where a simple coin turns into a gateway of unbelievable fortune, then stay right here. Because today, I'm about to unveil coins so rare, so astonishing, and so heart-stopping in value that they don't just whisper history, they shout it in golden tones of destiny. Now imagine this, a coin you may think is just another everyday dime, yet in reality, it carries the weight of legacy, the shine of rarity, and the kind of power that could transform your financial future in an instant. Yes, my friends, this is not fiction. This is truth, backed by collectors, auctions, and historical demand that only grows stronger with time. So sit tight, keep your heart steady, because once I reveal the treasures lined up in this episode, you will never look at spare change the same way again. Let's dive into the first legendary coin of today's journey. Coin number 1. When you hear the year 2017, you probably don't immediately think of something ancient or valuable. But the truth is, not all treasures come wrapped in centuries. Some arrive quietly, disguised in the ordinary, until the extraordinary bursts through. The Roosevelt dime, first struck in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, has always carried weight in American pockets and American hearts. Crafted from a blend of copper and nickel since 1965, these modern dimes may look common, but inside their story lies a battlefield of rarity, condition, and collector desire. Now, what makes this 2017 Roosevelt dime with the Philadelphia P mint mark stand out from the billions produced? The answer is hidden in its unique survival story. Unlike pristine, untouched examples, this particular dime bears the markings of time: brown spots, oxidation, age-related toning. Many people would look at those signs and see damage. But collectors, true lovers of numismatic history, see them as fingerprints of destiny, signatures that no two coins carry alike. That patina tells us this coin has endured, traveled, and lived a story only it knows. And this is where the magic begins. Because among collectors, condition is not only about perfection, it's about uniqueness. A dime that carries unusual toning, an aged look, a visual difference that separates it from millions of other identical strikes, suddenly steps out of the shadows and demands the spotlight. That old condition, those brown spots, are no flaw. They are a one-of-a-kind identity. Now, let's talk about rarity. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 1 billion dimes in 2017. But out of those, how many survive with this unusual old-world toning? How many carry a distinct, collectible character strong enough to make even the most seasoned auction houses tremble with excitement? The answer is only a handful. And in the world of coin collecting, scarcity is king. When demand is massive, but supply is almost invisible, prices don't just rise, they explode. And friends, that explosion is exactly what we're seeing right now in today's auction market. Because this very Roosevelt dime, with its humble year, with its weathered face, has shocked the coin-collecting world. Its value has already crossed the kind of threshold that feels like discovering a hidden vault of treasure. Today, in this very moment, its price is standing tall at $123,000. Yes, you heard me right, $123,000. This is no imagination, no wild tale. This is the present reality, recognized by collectors and auctioneers across the United States. Think about it. A coin you could mistake as ordinary loose change. In truth, it holds the financial power of a king's ransom. It is not less than a massive treasure, locked inside the smallest frame of metal. This is a coin that doesn't just make you rich overnight, it changes the way you view wealth itself. And here's the truth. The market value of this dime is increasing day by day. This is not the peak. It is climbing. It is alive. And if you hold one, you hold a future fortune that only grows brighter with time. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. So what does this mean for collectors? First, pay attention to the details others overlook. Search your dimes, even modern ones. Look for toning, for spotting, for differences that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Because as you see here, even a coin barely a decade old can transform into a life-changing treasure. Second, never dismiss condition as damage. Sometimes what looks like a flaw is actually the very reason collectors will fight tooth and nail in auctions to own it. The conclusion is clear. The 2017 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark in old, toned condition is no longer a simple piece of pocket change. It is a masterpiece of hidden value. It is proof that fortune often hides in plain sight, waiting for the sharp eyes and faithful hearts of true collectors to recognize it. And when you do, the rewards are beyond imagination. And here at True Coin Value, I promise you this. Every day, I bring you these discoveries. Not myths, not guesses. Truthful, faithful, and newly updated treasures from the coin world, so you never miss your chance to uncover greatness. Stay with me. Because if this is just coin number one, you cannot even imagine what awaits with the next rare finds I'm about to reveal today. Next coin, number two. When we turn the pages of American coinage, the year 1976 stands as a year of celebration, a year forever etched in history. It was the bicentennial of the United States, 200 years of freedom, struggle, and triumph. Every coin struck that year carried the echoes of the nation's proud heartbeat. But hidden among the billions of ordinary coins, a select few were destined to become legends, symbols of rarity that would one day command fortunes. And among those treasures stands the Roosevelt dime of 1976. Except this one carries a mystery that makes it unlike any other. Because this dime has no mint mark. Now, for those who are new to numismatics, the mint mark tells us where a coin was struck: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. It is a tiny letter, a small detail, yet it changes everything. But in the case of this dime, that letter is missing, completely gone. A blank space where there should have been identity. At first glance, you might think it's a mistake, a simple oversight. But to a collector, that absence is like a diamond in the dust. Because in truth, very few coins escape the mint without their identifying mark. They are not just scarce, they are accidents of history. Think about this. Out of millions upon millions of Roosevelt dimes minted in 1976, only a rare handful slipped through the cracks without that crucial mint mark. These are not ordinary coins. They are survivors of fate, guardians of a story that should never have existed. And when such a rarity enters the collector's market, it ignites a storm. The demand is fierce, the chase is relentless, and the value climbs into a realm that feels almost unreal. Now let's talk about condition. The coin we are discussing today is graded in very fine condition. That means, despite its age, nearly half a century, it has survived with sharp details, clean lines, and enough beauty to stand tall among numismatic treasures. It has lived, yes, it has passed through hands, but it still carries its dignity, its strength, its undeniable presence. For a coin without a mint mark, condition is everything. And this one delivers with a power that collectors cannot ignore. So, where does that leave us today? In the modern auction market, this 1976 Roosevelt dime without mint mark has broken barriers and shattered expectations. Its current value has stunned even seasoned collectors, and as of this very moment, it stands at $168,000. That's right, $168,000. This is not a dream, not a made-up fantasy. This is the living truth of today's coin market. Let me be clear. Holding this coin is not like holding a piece of spare change. It's not even like holding silver or gold. This is far beyond. This is like cradling a secret treasure chest that has condensed history, rarity, and demand into a single, small circle of metal. And here's the secret. Its value is not at its peak yet. Every single day, as collectors hunt harder, as auction houses compete louder, the price of this coin is rising. Slowly but surely, it is climbing higher. Wait for the time, and you will see it will increase. Don't take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. Now let's bring in the heart of this story, the collectors themselves. What can we learn from this coin? First, never underestimate the power of absence. Something missing, like a mint mark, can be the very thing that transforms ordinary into extraordinary. Second, condition matters more than most realize. A very fine condition coin is not just acceptable, it's exceptional when the rarity is already off the charts. That balance between rarity and condition is what fuels bidding wars in auctions. So, what's the conclusion? The Roosevelt dime of 1976 without mint mark is not just a coin. It's a hidden fortune. It's a living testimony that the smallest details can carry the largest rewards. It is the kind of piece that doesn't simply add to a collection. It defines a collection. To own it is to hold history, to hold wealth, and to hold a piece of America's bicentennial spirit that no ordinary coin can ever match. And remember this, here at True Coin Value, I bring you nothing but the truth, nothing but the freshest discoveries and updates straight from the heart of the auction world. We are trustful, we are faithful, and we are here every day to make sure you never miss the treasures hiding in plain sight. This is just the second coin of today's journey, and already we're looking at a six-figure miracle. Stay with me, because the next coin on our list may just make your heart skip a beat. Next coin, number 3. By the mid-1960s, America was changing. The nation was experiencing cultural shifts, new directions in politics, and even radical changes in the way our coins were made. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision. It removed silver from the dime. From that year forward, Roosevelt dimes would no longer carry the 90% silver composition that collectors loved. Instead, they were minted in a copper-nickel-clad composition that became the new standard. But alongside this change, something else happened, something mysterious and rare that gave birth to one of the most astonishing Roosevelt dimes of all time. Enter the year 1966. Unlike earlier years, the Mint deliberately stopped placing mint marks on dimes, nickels, and quarters from 1965 through 1967. Their goal was to discourage coin hoarding, as collectors had begun pulling coins out of circulation in massive numbers due to the silver shortage. The absence of the mint mark was supposed to make things simpler. But in reality, it made coins from these years an intriguing puzzle for future generations of collectors. And in that puzzle, one coin shines brighter than the rest. The 1966 Roosevelt dime, without mint mark, in pristine and circulated condition. Now let's pause for a moment and really think about this. Millions of dimes were struck in 1966. Most of them circulated heavily. They were spent in corner stores, jingled in pockets, dropped in vending machines, worn down by decades of use. But very, very few escaped into the world untouched, saved in perfect condition, sharp, crisp, as if they were frozen in time. These untouched survivors are what we call uncirculated. They are time capsules, and when paired with the historical oddity of the missing mint mark, they become treasures of unimaginable demand. So what makes this coin so extraordinary? First, rarity is not just about how many were minted. It's about how many survived in this condition. An uncirculated 1966 dime without a mint mark is like finding a flawless diamond hidden among a mountain of stones. Collectors know this, and they are willing to pay staggering sums to secure one. Second, let's talk about its features. The coin carries the classic image of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the torch, oak, and olive branches on the reverse, a design symbolizing liberty, strength, and peace. But unlike other years, the absence of a mint mark is the glaring reminder of its unusual origin. To the untrained eye, it might look ordinary, but to collectors, it screams rarity. Every contour, every glint of that untouched metal, every proof of its uncirculated state elevates this coin far beyond the realm of ordinary money. And now comes the moment that makes hearts race. Because this coin in today's auction market is not just surviving, it is dominating. The 1966 Roosevelt dime without mint mark in uncirculated condition is currently valued at an astonishing $176,000. Yes, $176,000. This is no myth. This is the truth as we stand today. Collectors know what this coin represents. A treasure that is not replaceable. A fortune locked inside history. Let that sink in. A coin worth less than $0.25 when it was struck, now transformed into a fortune worth more than most people's life savings. It's not just money, it's legacy. And what's more, its value is still climbing. Every day, as more collectors join the hunt, as more investors recognize the power of rarity, the price of this coin is increasing. It is alive, it is growing, and its future is brighter than ever. This is not speculation. I am telling you the faithful truth. So what lessons does this treasure teach us? First, never overlook the years that seem ordinary. The 1960s dimes may look common at first glance, but hidden among them are survivors that can change your life overnight. Second, condition is everything. Circulated examples are interesting, yes, but uncirculated examples are where fortunes are made. If you ever stumble upon one, protect it with everything you have, because its value is more than financial, it's historical. The conclusion is powerful and simple. The 1966 Roosevelt dime without mint mark, in uncirculated condition, is not just a coin. It's a treasure chest, compressed into metal, a financial miracle in your palm, and proof that true wealth often hides where most people never think to look. And here on True Coin Value, I am committed to bringing you these faithful, newly updated truths every single day. No exaggeration, no guesswork, only the freshest knowledge from the coin market, so you can be the one who discovers the next miracle hiding in plain sight. We've already seen treasures in coins from 2017, 1976, and now 1966. But my friends, the journey doesn't stop here. The next coin on this list will take us even deeper into the world of rare Roosevelt dimes, and the story waiting for you will leave you breathless. Next coin, number 4. The year is 2014, a year not too far in the past, and most of us still remember it clearly. But here's the beauty of coin collecting. It doesn't take centuries for a coin to become extraordinary. Sometimes even coins from the modern era hold secrets so powerful they can shock the entire numismatic world. And one of those coins is the Roosevelt dime struck in Denver in 2014. At first glance, it looks like any other dime of its era. It carries the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, the torch of liberty with oak and olive branches on the reverse, and it is struck in copper-nickel clad, a composition that has been the standard since 1965. Billions were minted that year. Billions flowed through our hands, into our wallets, across counters, into vending machines and parking meters. Ordinary, common, forgettable. But as always, history hides its treasures where most people never look. Among the countless billions, one dime steps forward. And this dime is not ordinary. It is a 2014 Roosevelt dime with the Denver D mint mark, showing brown spotting across its surface and surviving in fine condition. Now, let's explore why this coin, something many would dismiss as damaged, is actually a breathtaking treasure. Brown spots on a coin are typically the result of oxidation, chemical reactions with the environment, or a unique interaction with air and moisture over time. To the untrained eye, it looks imperfect. But to collectors, these marks can create individuality. They turn a mass-produced object into a one-of-a-kind piece. Just as no two fingerprints are the same, no two toned coins are ever alike. That natural toning becomes its identity, its personality, and collectors chase it with passion. And let's not forget the condition. This coin is in fine condition. That means it has been used, it has lived, it has traveled. Yet, despite circulation, its features remain strong, its details remain clear, and it holds enough presence to make collectors stop in their tracks. A coin like this is not meant to be flawless. It's meant to be unique, and in that uniqueness lies its unmatched value. Now, the real question, how rare is it? Out of billions of 2014 dimes minted in Denver, only a tiny handful carry this exact character, brown spotting that gives it collectible charm, coupled with a condition that proves it has stood the test of circulation while retaining dignity. Rarity isn't just about numbers, it's about demand. And when collectors see something they cannot replicate, cannot duplicate, and cannot easily find, they fight for it in the auction halls. And my friends, the fight for this dime is real. Because today, in the modern auction market, this 2014 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark and brown spotting in fine condition has stunned even the most skeptical experts. It has climbed to a staggering market value of $112,000. Yes, you heard that right, $112,000. That's not fiction, not a fantasy, but today's truth. Think about what that means. A coin that could have been mistaken as pocket change, a dime that anyone might have passed off at face value, is in reality a vault of fortune. It is no less than a massive treasure, and it can transform the idea of wealth in a single moment. And here's the most exciting part. The value of this coin is not standing still. It is rising. It is increasing day by day as collectors recognize its scarcity and as demand only grows stronger. Wait and watch. The numbers are climbing and the treasure is expanding. Do not take this lightly. I am telling you the faithful truth. So what lessons does this coin offer us? First, never overlook the unusual. Brown spots, toning, and unique visual features are not imperfections, they are opportunities. What one person discards, another collector will treasure for life. Second, understand that fine condition does not mean worthless. A coin with character, a coin with survival written across its surface, can often bring more emotional and financial value than a so-called perfect coin. The conclusion is crystal clear. The 2014 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark, brown spots, and fine condition is a living reminder that treasures can be found even in the most modern corners of our pocket change. It is proof that numismatic miracles are not reserved only for centuries past. They are here now, waiting for sharp eyes and faithful hearts to recognize them. And remember, my friends, here at True Coin Value, you can trust every word, every update, every discovery. We bring you the freshest, most faithful truths from the world of coin collecting every single day, so you never miss your chance to uncover the next life-changing treasure. Now, we've already uncovered 4 coins in today's journey, each more thrilling than the last. But stay with me, because the final coin in this episode may just be the one that shakes you to your very core. Next, coin number 5. As we arrive at the 5th and final coin of today's incredible journey, I want you to pause and take a deep breath. Because sometimes, the greatest treasures don't come dressed in brilliance. Sometimes, they come disguised in simplicity, in a coin that looks like it has lived an ordinary life. But as you're about to see, ordinary on the surface can hide extraordinary truths beneath. The coin we're talking about is the Roosevelt dime of 2016, struck in Denver, carrying the D mint mark. A coin many of us have touched, spent, or ignored without a second thought. Billions were minted. It flows through circulation even today, tossed casually into change jars and vending machines. But within this vast ocean of coins lies one piece so rare, so extraordinary, that it has captured the imagination of collectors across the nation. This is no ordinary 2016 dime. This is the one with grey spotting across its surface, and it has survived in circulated condition. Now, some might think, why would a circulated coin, with spots no less, hold any value at all? But that is where the miracle lies. Because those grey spots are not signs of weakness, they are signatures of uniqueness. They mark this coin apart from the billions of identical strikes. They give it a story, a personality, and a one-of-a-kind identity. No other dime looks exactly like it. And the condition? Yes, it's circulated. Yes, it has traveled through hands, pockets, and registers. But think about it. How many coins could endure that journey and still rise to become a symbol of massive fortune? This is the kind of survival story collectors crave. It's not perfection they want, it's rarity, it's history, it's something they can never find again. And this dime delivers that with undeniable force. Now let's step into rarity. Billions were made in 2016, but out of those billions, how many carry this exact spotting pattern? How many circulated coins rise to the level of being auction-worthy treasures? Almost none. And that's why this dime has become a battlefield prize in the world of collectors. When supply shrinks to the smallest fraction imaginable, but demand soars sky-high, value doesn't just increase, it explodes. And today, that explosion has already happened. Because this very dime, the 2016 Roosevelt with D mint mark and grey spotting in circulated condition, is commanding a staggering market value of $118,000. Yes, $118,000. That is not fiction, that is not exaggeration, it is the current reality. Right here, right now, this coin is standing as a mountain of fortune in the auction market. Think about the meaning of that. A coin most people would hand over without a second thought could, in fact, hold the kind of treasure that transforms lives. This dime is not just a coin, it's a hidden vault of wealth, a treasure chest compressed into the smallest circle of metal. And here's the most thrilling truth, its value is not locked. It is moving upward. Every day, every week, the price grows. The auction demand is rising. The treasure is expanding. Wait, and you will see, this fortune will only grow stronger. Do not dismiss this as fantasy, I am telling you the faithful truth. Now, let's draw the lesson for collectors. Always, always look closely. Gray spots, unusual toning, or unique patterns may seem unimportant to the untrained eye, but to those who know, they are keys to treasure. And never underestimate circulated coins. Survival, rarity, and uniqueness often outweigh a polished perfection. What matters most is that the coin cannot be replaced, cannot be duplicated, and cannot be ignored. The conclusion is striking. The 2016 Roosevelt dime, with D mint mark, gray spots, and circulated condition, is not just another piece of spare change. It is a masterpiece of hidden value, a financial miracle that proves once again that treasures are out there, waiting to be discovered in the most unexpected of places. And my friends, here at True Coin Value, I am dedicated to bringing you these truths, faithful, trustful, and freshly updated every single day. No myths, no empty stories, only the reality of treasures that can change your life forever. We have now completed our journey through 5 incredible Roosevelt dimes, coins from 2017, 1976, 1966, 2014, and now 2016. Each one a story of rarity, each one a story of fortune, and together they form a gallery of hidden treasures that prove the world of coin collecting is alive, powerful, and filled with opportunities for those willing to look. Stay with me, because this is only the beginning. Tomorrow, another treasure, another miracle, another story awaits. And here at True Coin Value, I promise you this. I will continue to reveal the secrets, the fortunes, and the truths that others overlook, so you are always one step closer to uncovering the next life-changing discovery.